Hey everyone, welcome to the deep dive. We're here to, get past the surface level.
That's right.
And today, we're tackling something huge. I mean, really vast. Navigating these enormous bodies of knowledge.
It's a challenge researchers have faced forever, basically.
Think about Indian knowledge systems, IKS.
Yeah.
It's incredibly complex, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got ancient texts, multiple languages.
Modern papers, scattered notes. The sheer volume is just staggering.
Yeah, and you can easily feel like you spend most of your time just looking for information, not actually, thinking about it.
It's a major bottleneck, a huge one. Imagine trying to link, say, a concept in a 12th century manuscript
Right.
with a modern scholar's take in some PDF and then maybe get an LLM's perspective too.
Oof.
Traditionally, that's like a massive research project in itself. Just finding the pieces, it can take forever. Years sometimes.
I'm picturing researchers just buried under files, digital and physical, playing detective, not doing the analysis.
Exactly. It's a real drag on progress.
Is there a specific kind of question where this fragmentation just becomes a wall?
Oh, definitely. Let's say you want to trace something like Dharma. How did that concept evolve?
Correct.
Across different time periods, different schools of thought, comparing Vedic texts to maybe later Buddhist ideas, and then how modern scholars see it all.
Wow. Yeah.
Doing that manually, you're bound to miss things. The scale is just too big.
Precisely.
Mm.
And that leads us right into our topic today.
Uh-huh.
We're digging into a really groundbreaking platform called Samanvaya.
Which means concord or harmony, basically.
Yes. And it's not just another search tool, is it? It's described as a cognitive research platform, specifically for IKS.
That's the key. Today, we're going to unpack how Samanvaya uses some pretty cutting-edge AI to, well, really change the game for IKS research.
Making it faster, deeper.
Exactly. We'll look at what it does, how it's built the architecture, and what it really means for you, the researcher trying to tap into this amazing knowledge.
And we've got some great sources for this. We're looking at both the business requirements, the why, and the technical design docs, the how.
Gives us that full picture, the vision and the mechanics.
So before we get right into Samanvaya itself, maybe let's just underscore that challenge again. Why is IKS research uniquely tough to navigate?
Well, the sources are really clear on this. The core issue is that the knowledge is just immense. It's vast.
And multilingual, right?
Multilingual, highly fragmented. It's not all in one neat library.
No, you've got ancient texts, maybe in protected digital archives somewhere.
Then modern papers, articles, maybe sitting on shared drives like Google Drive.
And then there's the whole world of knowledge in today's big AI models.
Yeah, right.
It's spread out, like a library with no central index card system.
Right, and the manual burden, that's the term used in the docs, is huge.
Yeah, researchers spending a disproportionate amount of time just finding stuff, locating, accessing, cross-referencing.
It's slow. You can easily miss important connections. The docs call it a significant barrier to doing that deep comparative work.
You just can't connect the dots efficiently that way. It feels like so much potential insight is just locked away because it's too hard to get to.
But that's also the opportunity, isn't it?
Exactly. What's the upside here?
The exciting part is, with a smart platform, you can help researchers move past just finding information.
Right, beyond basic retrieval.
To actually doing that high-level analytical and comparative work, shifting the focus from digging to understanding, making connections.
Okay, let's get into this game changer then. Samanvaya. What is it, fundamentally?
So the docs describe it as a secure, web-based conversational assistant, purpose-built for IKS researchers.
So you interact with it like a chat, like talking to a super knowledgeable assistant.
Pretty much. But the real innovation, the core of it, is something called the Concordance Engine.
Concordance Engine, okay.
This isn't just fetching documents, it's actually doing a comparative analysis. It highlights the similarities, the differences, even contradictions across different sources.
That's the powerful part.
Mm-hmm.
Getting an integrated view, not just, a list of search results.
Precisely.
When you say comparative analysis, though, that sounds complicated. How does it handle things like, say, different words for the same idea? Can it spot those links?
Great question. And that's where the AI comes in. It's not just matching keywords. It's looking at the meaning, the context.
Ah, semantic understanding.
Exactly. So yes, it's designed to find those conceptual links, even if the phrasing is different, which is, crucial for multilingual texts or older language.
Okay, makes sense. So how does it actually connect to all this scattered knowledge? The docs mention three main types of sources.
Right. First, you've got curated local archives. Think digitized texts, manuscripts, stuff stored securely right within the system's reach. Your private collection, maybe.
Got it. Your own stuff.
Then collaborative research drives, like shared Google Drives. That's where your modern papers, articles, team notes probably live.
Standard academic workflow stuff.
Yep. And finally, for that broader context, it has direct access to foundational AI models.
The big LLMs.
Yeah, Google's Gemini, OpenAI's ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Anthropic's Claude, the major players. So you can query across all these layers.
And the user experience, it's meant to feel natural, like a conversation.
That's the goal. Natural follow-ups. Ask clarifying questions. And importantly, it remembers your session. It builds a persistent workspace.
Oh, that's huge for long projects. Your research thread isn't lost when you log off.
Exactly. It builds up over time. And access is simple. You just use your regular institutional Google account. No new passwords.
Easy and secure. Okay, so we see the big picture. Let's talk capabilities. What can you do with Samanvaya? First up, focused search.
Right. This is use case 1, basically. You can choose to query just one source.
Like only look in my local archive, or just ask Gemini.
Exactly. Sometimes you need that precision, a clean answer from one specific place, no noise from elsewhere. Good for verification, maybe.
Makes sense. Targeted inquiry.
But then, the real magic, the multi-source concordance query. This is what the docs call the superpower.
Okay, the killer feature.
Yeah. You ask a question and select multiple sources, say your local archive and your Google Drive and maybe Claude AI, all at once.
Whoa! So instead of me running 3 searches and trying to mentally stitch the results together,
Samanvaya does that synthesis for you.
that sounds incredibly useful for IKS work, almost revolutionary.
It really could be. Imagine you're studying, I don't know, the concept of karma.
Okay.
You ask Samanvaya across, say, a 10th century text from your archive, a modern paper from your drive, and an LLM.
Right.
It comes back showing you where they agree, maybe on basic definitions, but also where they diverge, maybe on subtle interpretations or applications.
So it highlights agreements and disagreement.
And contradictions. It could incidentally flag research gaps or points of tension you might have spent weeks discovering otherwise. That's the aha moment it enables.
That is genuinely powerful. A shortcut to being deeply informed, seeing the whole landscape.
Yeah, getting that comparative analysis right away.
But it's not just query response,
Oh,
right?
it's
It's conversational. You can follow up easily.
Yes, exactly. That's the natural dialogue feature. You can ask things like, tell me more about that second point, or why do they disagree, without repeating everything.
Because it remembers the context of the chat.
Right. It maintains the session context, makes the whole interaction feel much more fluid, more like talking to a colleague. Efficient.
And we mentioned this, but worth hitting again, persistence and security. You log out, log back in.
And your previous chats are there. You can resume your work, refer back to earlier findings. It's all securely saved.
Securely being the key word. Using the institutional Google login.
Means your actual password never hits the Samanvaya application. It's handled by Google's robust system. OF 2.0, OIDC, standard secure stuff.
Gives you ease of use, but also real security for sensitive research.
Definitely peace of mind.
And finally, looking ahead, it's built to grow, extensible.
Yes, that's crucial. The back end is modular. System admins can add new knowledge sources later. Maybe a new database of manuscripts gets digitized or a new type of archive appears.
And they don't have to rebuild the whole thing.
Exactly. It can adapt as IKS research evolves, as more data becomes available. It's designed for the long haul.
Okay, that covers what it does for the user. Awesome capabilities. But how? Let's peek behind the curtain at the tech.
All right, the technical architecture. It's built using modern cloud-native principles. Think microservices running on Google Kubernetes Engine or GKE.
So robust, scalable cloud tech, like the big tech companies use.
Pretty much. It's designed as a set of specialized parts working together. Makes it fast, reliable, scalable.
So it's less about the specific code language and more about the design ensuring it's always up, fast, and can handle growth.
That's a good way to put it. You, the user, see the front end, the web interface. Behind that, an API tier handles the logic, manages chat history in a database like MongoDB.
Okay.
Then you have the brain, that Concordance Engine. It orchestrates everything. And to talk to the different data sources, it uses specialized RAG retriever agents.
Retrieval augmented generation.
Exactly. Smart agents for pulling info from specific places like your files. And then there are the core AI services, things like Google's Vertex AI for search and embeddings, plus direct lines to those LLMs we mentioned.
Got it. Lots of moving parts, all specialized.
Now let's walk through that multi-source query again, but follow the data. You type your question, check off local files, and maybe Gemini AI.
Okay, query submitted.
The system bundles up your question plus your recent chat history into something called a Model Context Protocol, or MCP.
The mission briefing for the AI.
Kind of, yeah. Gives it all a context.
Yeah.
This MCP goes to the Concordance Engine.
The orchestrator.
Right. It sees you want multiple sources, so bang, it kicks off parallel jobs, sends requests out simultaneously.
One to the RAG agent for my files, one directly to Gemini.
Precisely. While that's happening, the RAG agent is busy. It uses things like embeddings, those digital fingerprints of meaning, and vector search to find the most relevant chunks of text from your files. Way smarter than just keyword search. It finds related ideas.
While the LLM, Gemini in this case, generates its own answer based on its general knowledge.
Correct. Now, the orchestrator waits for all these parallel responses to come back. The file chunks, the LLM answer.
It collects the raw materials.
And then comes the synthesis, the concordance part. It uses a powerful reasoning, LLM, the docs mention potentially Gemini 1.5 Pro, and clever logic, probably using frameworks like LangChain.
To build a new, rich prompt.
Exactly. A prompt that includes all that raw material. It asks the reasoning LLM to compare, contrast, synthesize it all. Find the similarities, differences, contradictions.
That's where the comparative analysis actually happens.
That's the core of it. And the final output of that process, the synthesized report, gets sent back to your screen.
Wow. It's like having a team of experts consult and then give you a single integrated summary. Instant.
That's the idea. Pretty powerful stuff.
And security is baked in throughout this process.
Absolutely. We mentioned the secure Google login. Your password stays with Google. All the data flying back and forth between your browser and the servers, between the internal components, it's all encrypted using TLS. Strong encryption.
So protected in transit.
And protected at rest, too. Your chat history stored in the database, also encrypted.
Good.
Plus, that principle of least privilege thing. Each internal part only has the absolute minimum permissions it needs to do its job.
Yeah.
Makes the whole system much more resilient if one part were ever compromised.
Smart design.
And the whole development pipeline has security built in, automated scanning, checks, what they call DevSecOps, building it securely from day one.
Okay, robust. And finally, performance and future-proofing.
Yeah, they have targets. Aiming for answers in under 5 seconds for typical queries.
That's fast.
And handling at least 50 concurrent users without things slowing down noticeably.
So designed for a decent number of researchers using it at once, what if it gets really popular?
That's where the scalability comes in. The microservices are mostly stateless. Means you can just spin up more copies, scale horizontally if demand spikes.
Like adding more checkout lanes at a busy store.
Exactly. And the managed AI services, like Vertex AI, they scale automatically too. The cloud handles that heavy lifting.
And it's built to stay up, high availability.
Yep, deployed across multiple nodes, multiple servers within GKE. So if one node has an issue, others take over. The target is 99.5% uptime. It's meant to be reliable.
A truly robust, scalable, and secure system then.
That's clearly the goal based on these designs.
So wrapping this up,
Yeah.
it's really clear Samanvaya isn't just, another search bar.
Not at all.
It's aiming to be a proper cognitive assistant, really changing how researchers can engage with these huge, often fragmented knowledge systems like IKS.
It's about speed, yes, but more importantly about enabling deeper insights, making connections that were just too hard to see before.
Making that inaccessible information suddenly usable, actionable.
It's genuinely exciting. Bridging ancient wisdom and modern AI capabilities. Think about the potential discoveries.
Absolutely. Which brings us to that final thought for you, the listener. As platforms like Samanvaya keep evolving, what ancient wisdom, what fragmented insights could you be on the verge of uncovering now that maybe, just maybe, information overload isn't the insurmountable barrier it used to be?
Something to think about.